Salut! You might have clicked on this video being intrigued. What do you mean I have to declare my YouTube income in France? Or you might have been told by the tax office that you need to declare your YouTube income. Or finally, you might have been working on your YouTube channel for a little while and it's now picking up and you want to make this income official. In this video, I'm going to be explaining who needs to declare their YouTube income in France or in your home country, which online income you need to declare in France, and we'll talk about all online income, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Onlyfans, Vinted, and so on. The myth of passive income and undeclared income in France, how to declare your YouTube income in France, professional versus non-professional, which business structure to go for with this Entrepreneur SASU, and finally, the potential impact on your French visa or visa renewal. Now, if you're having a sweat just by listening to this introduction thinking, what? I've never heard about this. Am I in trouble? Don't worry, let's go through the rules together and then you will know which actions you need to take. Yes, it's allowed to make some mistakes. The key thing is to fix it with the tax office, and especially if you have a visa up for renewal soon, or if you want to switch from a visitor visa to a business visa. If you have some doubt, by the end of this video, you can book a power hour with me and I will add my availability in the video description. Let's crack on. Who needs to declare their YouTube income in France? The basic rules that we apply to decide whether you need to declare your YouTube income in France are: in which country are you a resident? Clue, if you have a visa for France, you are a French resident. Where do you work from? And yes, I do consider that producing some YouTube content is work, as you need to plan your script, record it, edit it, promote it, and it might even take you a couple of days per week. And finally, where do you spend more than 180 days per year? If you're thinking, hey Valerie, that sounds like the residency rules applied by the tax office, well, yes, it is. These are the rules that we apply to decide whether you should be declaring a business in France. Usually the tax office also add an extra rule, which is where is your main interest, and here they consider where is your main home, are you over here with your family, are your kids going to local schools, and that's a clue for them that you are also a French resident and therefore you should declare the income here. Which means that you need to declare this income in the country where you are a resident. If you said France to most of those questions, then you need to declare your income in France. The only exception that I would make to this, and I would take it as a short-term option, is if you are on a tourist visa that actually doesn't allow you to work in France. In this case, I would suggest that you declare your YouTube income in your home country and get taxed there. This way we have a proof of what you have been earning. And if at some point you want to apply for a business visa for France, then you can show an officially declared YouTube income that has been taxed and therefore showing some proof of a potential for a business. Again, I would consider this as a short-term fix if you just realize that you should have been declaring it here, and I never recommend working in France with a tourist visa. Which online income do you need to declare in France? In the title of this video, I mentioned YouTube income. However, this video applies to all income generated online, whether it's from Instagram, TikTok, and Onlyfans page, Vinted, eBay, or leBonCoin. And to be 100% clear, this income can come from online ads, affiliate links or affiliate partnerships, sponsorship deals, or online courses. There is no such thing as passive income in France. The fact that you are generating some income means that it will need to be declared somewhere. Here are a few examples. It could be some ad revenue from your YouTube channel, Instagram or TikTok account. It could be partnership deals that you've generated from your YouTube channel, Instagram or TikTok account. It could be commissions that you receiving from affiliate programs where you are recommending their products on your videos. It could be sales made on e-commerce platforms such as eBay, Etsy, Vinted, leBonCoin. It could be online courses sold automatically via webinars or sales funnels. And yes, I mean the famous passive income, which to us isn't passive. And it could even be the pay me a coffee or give me a tip buttons that you see on some of the YouTube channel different accounts, because past a certain level, this is also seen as income. And if you have a business, you should also include these. Let's talk about the myth of passive income or undeclared income in France. I'm afraid that there is no such thing as passive income or undeclared in France. we have to declare our income from the first euro, and above a certain level, which is very low, it's even seen as a business. In France, we tend to talk about collaborative income, and since 2018, a new law relating to the fight against fraud has been adopted. It's called la loi relative à la lutte contre la fraude, les plateformes d'économie collaborative. That's a bit of a mouthful, but basically what it means is that collaborative economy platforms such as Airbnb, Vinted, or leBonCoin are now required to transmit to the tax office information relating to their users receiving income, and also to inform their users that they should be declaring some taxes. So basically, you've been renting your property on Airbnb, you've been selling something on Vinted. This platform at the end of the year said to the tax office, okay, Mr. Smith, Mr. Dupont, I've earned so much on my platform this year. And then they also warn you, watch out, you've earned that much, you should also be declaring this income. At least some of you probably will have received a warning from some of those platforms warning you that you have to declare your income. Unfortunately, not all of them. So for instance, whether using Google, YouTube, Instagram, those don't tell you that you have to declare your income. The advantage of this law was to actually clarify what needs to be declared. It says that below 3,000 euros per year or less than 20 transactions, for instance, on Vinted, this is considered as non-professional income, and therefore you could simply declare this income on your French income tax form, déclaration d'impôt sur le revenu. And whatever you earn this year, you'll be declaring in May next year when it's below 3,000 euros. Which means that anything above 3,000 euros is considered as professional income, and you are expected to declare a business. The online platform is actually likely to send you a warning that you need to declare your professional activity, and this would be the case for Airbnb, Vinted, or leBonCoin, asking you suddenly to give them your SIRET number. That's a way to say, okay, we need a business here, go and register your business and give us your official ID, which is called a SIRET number. So remember, some of those platforms are just telling directly the tax office, so make sure you do declare this income. As I just mentioned, unfortunately, some platforms like YouTube or Google don't warn you that you have to declare your income because they don't necessarily know where you are based either. So it's up to you to keep a track of this income and know where to declare it. Having a business means that it needs to be officially registered with our NPI, getting a SIRET number, and therefore starting to pay some social charges contribution to your staff. Here's an example from a customer of mine. Dave was on a long-term tourist visa in France, and he launched his YouTube channel while he was here to share his experience about his new life in France. And he quickly signed some sponsorship deals, but this income was officially declared in his home country in the US because at the time he wasn't allowed to work in France with a tourist visa. Fast forward to a year, he's been here for a couple of years and he's now trying to switch from a tourist visa to a business visa. We've been using this officially declared and taxed income as a proof that he can start developing a business and include this YouTube income in his future French business and consultancy activity. So the key thing here was to actually make sure that money was declared in both countries. Let's look at how you're going to be declaring your YouTube income as professional or non-professional. So we've passed the damn it stage of, yes, now I do know that I need to declare this income. You have two options. So the first option is if you are a non-professional, so less than 3,000 euros, you will be declaring this income next year in your French income tax form, déclaration d'impôt sur le revenu, and basically you have to do this in May next year for this year, and it will go under a section called micro BNC non-professionnel, so like a sort of micro business but non-professional, and it's got nothing to do with the micro entrepreneur. The second option is to actually have a professional activity, and if that's for you, if you are a French resident and we need to go and declare a business. I would recommend going for a micro entrepreneur for someone who's below the 77,700 euros of turnover per year, or who's getting close to that so they can get started and start to see how the French system works. Someone who's building that channel steadily, or with no other activity in France, because at least it will also generate a health cover for you. I would then recommend a SASU for someone who might already have a work contract in France. You're an employee and you've got this extra income, so the SASU could work well. Or for someone who might still be studying with no short-term income needs and who can wait for dividends to be paid later on. And in both cases, remember that if you are under 18, Your income will be added to your parents' income for the French income tax, so make sure you speak to them because they might have a nasty surprise in terms of income tax bill. Basically, we will talk with them to see which kind is the best legal structure, and also you will need to get the authorization because you are under 18, so you need the authorization to create your business in France. So here's an example from one of my customers. This year I had a 17-year-old who was preparing his A-levels, and he had a large income from some video editing. He didn't realize that this was a business because basically this was a hobby. He was doing this in his spare time in the evening. And we talked with his dad and we decided that he would go for a SASU. So basically he's under 18, so we need the authorization from his dad to create a business. And the SASU worked well because he didn't need some income short term, and that would be one way to avoid some massive taxation for his parents on the income that he was generating. So for most people, a macro entrepreneur would be enough to start with, since this is the easiest one to manage and it's all done now. So that's nice and easy. And you can watch my video with the macro entrepreneur overview. I'll add the link below and at the end of this video, so you can start seeing how this would work for you. Let's talk about the potential impact on your French visa or visa renewal. We've seen that if you're getting more than 3,000 euros per year, you need to register a business in France, either micro-entrepreneur SASU, which means that for either of those, you would need to have either a European ID card or a visa enabling you to create a business in France. And basically, this would be a visa profession libérale, carte de séjour entrepreneur profession libérale for the UK, visa talent, conjoint citoyen européen, visa vie privée et famille, or the Resay visa. If you don't have any of these, the alternative short term is to declare this income in your home country and pay taxes accordingly. And then maybe use this to apply for a business visa showing the start of a business and the potential of your YouTube channel. I would say that the French embassy isn't really aware of the business potential for influencers and YouTubers. And if you apply for a business visa saying you're going to create a YouTube channel and make some income from it, they're going to say, no. But at least if you declare some income in your own country and you can see and you can show this income, it's a way of proving that you have potential for a business and to earn some regular income that enables you to stay in France. If you realize that you need to declare a business in France, have a look at this next video, which is an overview of the macro entrepreneur. This is the business setup that I recommend because it is the easiest one to create, the easiest one to manage, and it's all done online. Plus, you always know how much taxes you will be paying. And if you want to discuss this in detail, you can book a power hour with me. Remember that online income doesn't mean that you don't have to declare it, otherwise it will generate some problem in the future.